Hello, Sandra. I have to tell you this, but I think you're not suited for my son. I just cannot understand why Chris would choose you as his wife. What was he thinking? Are you still going on about that, Mother? You've been sending me this line message countless times the past week or so. Haven't you had enough? All I'm doing is protecting my son. What mother would look the other way when their son is suffering? I really can't understand why you feel that way, Mother. Chris was tricked into marrying you. You were only after his money. I saw it coming a mile away. That's where you're wrong. I married Chris because I wanted to build a happy family with him. Building a happy family for you means to live in an expensive high-rise condo and spend all his money. That's what happiness is for you. Since getting married, how much have you siphoned of him? How could you say that? Siphoned off? Please. You do realize that I work too and make a reasonable amount myself. We share all household costs for your information. The way I see it, your constant disapproval only disrespects your son. He's my son. Don't act like you know my son more than me. It's not only me. Chris also has grievances about you. One, your cooking is horrendous and you never clean. What's more, your personality is dull as ditch water. Did he really say that? Of course he did. Do you think I'm making it up? He said he wants a divorce. He really wants a divorce, huh? Yes, so give it to him already. He'll be way happier if you did. Divorce is not that easy, Mother. You can't just say, okay, sure thing, and be done with it. It's more complicated than that. Still being pig-headed about it, huh? You really have the nerve, Sandra. Maybe I better start looking for a suitable wife for Chris to replace you. I don't have time for this, Mother. I need to get back to work. Goodbye. Sandra, are you there? About this coming 4th of July weekend. We're going to see the fireworks with the whole family, and you're not welcome. Just so you know. A fireworks show? Yes, all the relatives are going to be there, so I figured it would be a great opportunity for everyone to get together. They have these stands ready at the park, so I made reservations for one of them for the entire family. We'll have front row seats. They even have a drink bar set up. But I'm sorry, there's no seat available for you. Of course, Chris is more than welcome. If you want to see fireworks, I suggest you watch it on TV or buy some sparklers and set them off on the veranda or something. I see. Alright, no problem. As you suggest, I'll stay home that evening and enjoy myself alone. That would be the best. Yes, Mother, and thanks. I really hate crowds. I would much rather stay and relax. Accepting defeat pretty easily, Sandra. What's up? That fireworks display, we get a front row seat from our veranda on the 12th floor. The view is actually spectacular from here. I'll just sip some wine, relax, and take in the show. No crowds to contend with. Thanks, Mother. That's nice.
Hey, Sandra, just finished work. I'm just getting into my car. Should be home in like 30 minutes.
Oh, hey, Chris. Pretty late over time?
Yeah, end of the week and all. Hey, did you have a little spat with my mum yesterday?
Excuse me? A little spat?
I just received a call from her. She left a call message. She's talking about the upcoming fireworks display on July 4th, but she's going on about something or other. Mentioned your name a couple of times, but I couldn't make head nor tail about what she was saying. What I got from it was that she called and starting a senseless attack on you, but that you retaliated. What's up? Did something happen?
Oh, that. I wouldn't actually call it retaliating. She just texted me to say that they leased special reserved seats to watch the big fireworks display over the 4th of July weekend, but she made it point that I was not invited.
First she harasses you, now treats you like an outcast. When is this ever going to stop?
But you know me, I hate large crowds, so I was actually relieved not to be invited. So I just told her that I was happy I wasn't going, that I was actually thankful. I even thanked her for not inviting me. That was it about. I bet you anything that after a while her anger grew because of my indifference. Guess she figured out I would be more upset.
I'm starting to get the picture. I got to say, Sandra, you've gotten really good at taming the tiger.
Yeah, well, we only converse online or by phone, so it's not face to face. I work all day, which allows me to avoid your mother. I don't know how things would have turned out if I was just a stay-at-home housewife. I hate to even imagine such a scenario. And when do we meet? It's always with you, so she holds back on any criticism she has.
I'm really sorry that I have to put you through this, Sandra. I keep warning her to back off, but she just ignores me. On the other hand, when I warn her, the backlash against you worsens. A real catch-22 situation.
Don't worry about me, Chris. I can handle it.
Thanks, but we really need to do something about it sooner than later. About that July 4th meet, I'll attend and say hello to everyone. I won't be too late. I don't want to think about the repercussions if I didn't show up.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I better get back onto the freeway. Should be there before 8 PM.
Alright, drive carefully. It seems you kept your promise and stayed home. Good evening, Mother. 2 more hours before the fireworks start. Looks like a never evening for fireworks. You kept a super stiff upper lip the other day when you heard you weren't invited. But now that Chris is here enjoying himself and you all alone, I hope you don't feel stunned. I'm sorry to have to cut you off soon, but I'm going to have an online drinking party soon. I better get ready. Pardon me? An online what? Online drinking party. I have to log in now, so we'll talk again. Enjoy the fireworks. Log what? I really can't understand you, Sandra. Always talking gibberish.
Hey Sandra, you there? I'm heading home right this second.
Chris, what's up? How about the fireworks show? Hasn't even started?
Forget the damn fireworks.
Chris, you kinda sound upset. What's up?
Sorry, I'm not upset with you, it's Mum. I just found out the real reason why she didn't invite you tonight.
Sorry, was there even a reason? I just thought she simply didn't want me there.
Before I arrived, Mother apparently told everyone that you and I were already divorced.
Wait, what? Already divorced?
She introduced this girl saying she was my soon-to-be wife. And guess who that woman was? It was Lily.
You've gotta be kidding me. Are you talking about that very same Lily? The one that your mom was scheming to match up with your older brother Kyle?
That's right. When she stood up in front of everyone, all cheerful, and announced that she was my new wife, I went completely pale and then red hot.
You're joking, right? This has to be a joke. This Lily, she was Kyle's old flame, right? I heard he broke up with her after she was caught cheating on him. Why her? What was she thinking?
You know, Mother. She thinks Lily is pretty and that's why she likes her. Simply for that reason. She really pushed it with Kyle, but that didn't turn out as she planned for obvious reasons. She just couldn't let it go. So she figured she'd force her on me.
Has she gone totally mental? Just because she has no affection for me doesn't mean she can't treat you like that.
That's exactly right. I was furious. I told her off in front of everyone. I think I might have ruined the whole evening for everyone. Actually, I was so upset I couldn't stop myself. I blurted out everything. The way she treated you and forcing you to stay home today. About how she forced Lily onto Kyle. Even about her cheating on him.
How did the other relatives react to all that?
Apparently Mum told them that Kyle was the one who cheated on Lily. And took off with some other woman.
Seriously? That's awful.
That little tidbit of information caused quite a commotion among all the relatives. They're currently having a family meeting right about now.
I guess the fireworks display's on back burner for now, it seems.
Oh yeah, my Uncle Frank took me aside and told me maybe I should check and make sure there were no false divorce filings in the past few days. I'm going to stop off at City Hall on way home and submit a claim just in case.
Chris, open the door. Please, let me in. I'm right outside your apartment complex. I know you're home. It's still the 4th of July weekend. I know you're still off from work. Please let me in.
Mom, would you just stop? The buzzing is driving me bonkers. I'm trying to work.
Work? What do you mean work?
I told you not to contact me anymore. We're done as a family. I told you that the other day.
But please, Chris!
Will you stop with your blabbering, Mum? I introduced you to that factory. I thought you were already over there, for God's sake. I'm busy. Gotta go.
Sandra, I know you're there. Let me in right this minute. Mother, what do you want? It's all your adult. Lily hates me now. I put in an application for divorce and marriage to Lily, but that was apparently rejected as a fraud claim. So I must concede defeat regarding this whole marriage to Chris. Therefore, I have taken it upon myself to discipline you, to teach you the ropes on how to be the perfect wife. Chris deserves the best. We have a few days left of the holidays, so let's get started. There's no time to lose. I don't think so, Mother. We're both at the office now. Excuse me, at the office? Yes, the July 4th weekend is actually not that long, and besides, both Chris and I work in a business that requires 24-hour operation. Even on holidays, we all work in shifts. Then get someone else to take your shift and come back home right this second. This is not a request. This is a command from your mother-in-law. Mother, is it true that you got kicked out of your own home? Pardon me? That home is owned by your husband's younger brother, if I got my facts correct, isn't that so? I heard you were just living there for free after your husband passed away, but that incident the other day was the last straw and you were kicked out of that house. Chris introduced me to a company called Ace Industries. I believe he arranged for a live-in position as an office receptionist. You were supposed to start today according to Chris, so why are you at our place? Well, seems obvious, right? You guys have this spacious condo, plenty of room here. Chris has enough income to take care of me, so why would I even accept such a position? That reminds me, you quit your part-time job after your husband passed and just lived off his inheritance? I heard that nest egg is about to dry up. Why do you even know about that? I was briefed on all the details about the family meeting you had the other day. After you introduced Lily as Chris's new wife, nice try, by the way. Are you serious? You were briefed? Also, I may as well tell you now, about that tower condo you're so fond of. I bought that place when I was still single. I owned that place. Wait, you owned that condo? Yes, I was not only working at that time, but also inherited a bunch of real estate assets when my father passed away, so... Does that mean you make more than Chris? Yeah, I guess that you can say that. As for who you can or cannot live in that condo, I own the place and I have every right to make such decisions. This must be a mistake. And why would I want to live with someone that has been harassing me, treating me like dirt these past few years? Sorry, but I'm not really into masochism. But where am I gonna live then? That's why Chris introduced you to that position at Ace Industries. I would take it if I were you. A car just pulled up in front of your condo. That black van isn't for me, is it? Did Chris call them? Oh, did it arrive? That was pretty quick. There was talk of you trying to escape, and so there was an APB put on you. Chris called them. I suppose you don't have time to check your line messages. At least for now. After that conversation, the staff of Ace Industry picked her up and took her straight to the factory dormitory. I heard that the following day at the same dormitory, Lily showed up. Not sure about the details, but I heard she hooked up with some lowlife and somehow accumulated a huge debt with the guy, who later skipped town, leaving her with all that debt. When I first heard that they were together in the same dormitory, I was a little concerned, but they apparently got along great and worked as a sort of a team, working surprisingly efficiently together. After a year, they even started to enjoy their newfound passion for work. They even vowed to work until retirement as a team. Chris told me that the president of Ace Industries had planned it that way and was positive that it would work out in such a manner. I guess he knows people. I probably won't meet Chris's mom again, but I'm happy that she found a purpose in life.
Hey, Natalie. My son's coming home for Christmas this year, isn't he? I know he's working overseas, but they still get Christmas holidays over there, don't they? Tell him I'd really like him to stop by and visit his family before he heads back overseas this time. Hi, Lynn. About that. My husband said they're really busy right now, and it doesn't look like he's gonna slow down. He's probably not gonna be coming back for Christmas this year. Sorry. The project is gonna be finished next year, so he should be back for good sometime in the spring. If he's not coming back for Christmas, it's probably because he just doesn't want to. Maybe he's had enough of his wife, huh? I can't blame him, especially after seeing how beautiful his little brother's wife is compared to you. I thought maybe he married you for your cooking. But after eating at your place a few times, I know that's not the case. Oh, I almost forgot. Make sure you're free next Sunday. Next Sunday? What's going on? Our whole family is going out for lunch. It's gonna be my treat. If you're free, you should come. You're always eating by yourself now that my son's overseas. I've made reservations at an expensive French restaurant. I hear their duck is to die for. Everyone's looking forward to it. Really? You want me to come? Of course! Why are you acting so surprised? Well, it's just... You've never invited me to any family get-togethers without Jonah being there too. Don't say things like that. I consider you part of the family. You make it sound like I alienate you or something. Natalie, your mom was a single parent, right? Yeah. What's that got to do with anything? Well, I know you didn't have much money growing up, so you probably never ate any really good food. And I know you're not good at cooking. I just want to give you a chance to have some real food for once in your life. You know, to show you what food should really taste like. At this place, a 3-course meal is $120 a person. Have you ever even eaten duck before? How does that sound? Sounds great, doesn't it? Thanks for thinking about me, I guess. But Jonah has never complained about my cooking before. Natalie, think about what you're saying. Even if he wanted to tell you it was bad, he wouldn't. You're not too smart, are you? I suppose that's possible. So anyway, that's what's happening. Don't be late on Sunday. The reservation is for 1 p.m. I'll send you the restaurant's address later. Okay, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Hi, Lynn. I'll be at the restaurant in a few minutes. Huh? You're coming? Everyone's already sitting down waiting for the food to come out. We're all here. Uh-huh. I thought you said the reservation was for 1 p.m. I've still got 20 minutes, don't I? Everyone's there already? Of course! This is fine dining! Who could wait? It's only natural that we'd all come an hour early. Huh? An hour early? Can you even do that with a reservation for a specific time? Whatever. Anyway, I'll get there as fast as I can. I'm only like 5 or 10 minutes away. No. Don't bother. There's no more room at our table anyway. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? This is a place for fine dining. It's not a place a person like you should be at. Even if someone as poor as you ate here, your tongue wouldn't be able to comprehend the taste. Having you eat this kind of food would just be a waste of money. Pardon? Then why did you invite me? Invite you? All I told you was that I was going out to eat with my family. Oh, you must have been mistaken if you thought I invited you. No, I'm pretty sure you invited me. You sent me the address of the restaurant and you told me to make sure I was available on Sunday. Even if I said that, I definitely didn't say that I had reserved a seat for you. What is going on here? You're really annoying, aren't you? Look, I don't care if you misunderstood. The fact of the matter is, I didn't reserve a seat for you. There's no room at our table. So just turn around and go home. I'm trying to enjoy this time with my family, and you keep interrupting me. Why don't you just go home and make yourself some instant ramen for lunch? We'll be over here enjoying our Doug. Or should I say, canard à l'orange? So, are you at home yet? You must be pretty tired from all the running around, huh? It's over 45 minutes from your house to the restaurant, and that much to get back home, too. I'd apologize for you, but it's your own fault you misunderstood. If you say so. So? Huh? So, what? What are you doing right now? I was just about to eat lunch. Oh, lol! So, what's for lunch today? Instant ramen? Mac and cheese? Tell me! Why do I need to tell you? I just want to know. You thought you were going to be having fine French dining, so I'm just curious about what you're having instead. Well, I think it'd be best if you didn't know. Is it really that bad? Worse than mac and cheese? Come on, now I've gotta know. Tell me. Well, let's see. Quite a few different things, actually. Sautéed oysters with wine and herbs to start, shrimp carpaccio, Alaskan red king crab legs. Huh? Oysters? Shrimp? Alaskan red king crab legs? That's not even a believable lie. That's not funny. I'm not lying. Do you want me to send you a picture? Where the heck are you right now? Do you really want to know? I'm at my uncle's restaurant. Your uncle's? I had come all this way, so when you said I couldn't eat with you, I called him to see if he had any empty seats at his restaurant. He didn't. He never does. But he told me to come over anyway, and he'd make room for me. He said it was great timing that I called him when I did, because he had some cancellations the past couple nights. So, there was a bunch of extra food he wanted to use while it was still fresh. This restaurant has the best seafood in the whole city. It's the Coral Reef Oyster. Have you heard of it? It's Michelin starred, if you know what that means. Lol. The Coral Reef Oyster? In the city? That place is always full. You've got to book reservations for months in advance to get in there. Yeah, that's right. My uncle owns the place. He used to be the head chef here until he bought the whole place. How can someone that great be related to you? This is the first I've ever heard of this. I don't believe it. This is all just BS, isn't it? I just asked everyone at my table, and everyone here agrees with me. They're all laughing at your lies, saying it's not possible. Oh, were you that embarrassed that you had to come up with such an elaborate lie? I'm sure I mentioned it to you at least once. But you probably did what you always do when I tell you something. You completely ignore whatever I say, and then when I'm done talking, you just say, "That's nice, dear." If you don't believe me, how about I send you a picture of me and my uncle together? Just take a look at the restaurant's homepage. The owner's face is right there. If you don't believe me, Look at his face and look at my uncle's face in the picture I send you. And on the homepage, you can see that the owner's last name is the same as my maiden name. Just look into it for yourself. This is all just a big coincidence. I can't believe this. My uncle's seafood is the best there is. People come from all over the country to eat here. Oh, he just said he'll make me some pufferfish. He's licensed to do that, by the way. You said you've always wanted to try it, didn't you? Anyway, so, how's the food at that French restaurant? Huh? Well, obviously it's delicious. I told you, a 3-course meal here is $120 per person. We got the most expensive course the restaurant has. The duck was incredible. I see. The food is really good here, too. I don't know how many different dishes my uncle is gonna make for me. I don't think I can eat it all. Just the Alaskan red crab legs alone would cost $140 if my uncle wasn't treating me. I don't know what to have next. He said I can have the Maine lobster or the swordfish steak. They both sound amazing. Which one would you choose? What? Just wait. Maine lobster? On top of Alaskan red crab legs? And it's fresh? How much would all that be? Actually, I just asked my uncle that same question when he offered it to me. He said if I was a customer, my bill would probably be over $500. $500? That's just a rough estimate. It might be a little more than that. My uncle can only serve the freshest of food, so if something doesn't sell right away, he's got to do something with it. He's either got to take it home and eat it himself, give it to another chef, or cook it for me. I'm getting really full. I'm gonna have to tell him to stop making me things. But it's so delicious! I don't know if I can bring myself to stop. He's wasting all that expensive food by giving it to a poor person. The flavor and taste is completely wasted on taste buds like yours. What a waste of food. Hey, are you listening to me? Sorry, I ate too much. I was just giving my body a few minutes to digest. Don't worry, I'll be fine in a few minutes. Then maybe I'll have room for these shrimp. Oh, I just read your messages. No, you're wrong. I've been eating food like this since I was a kid. What? What are you talking about? How could a poor person have been eating food like that their whole life? Well, you know my mom was a single parent, right? My mom was busy with work a lot, so my uncle would often take me with him. That was back when he was still learning to be a great chef. We'd go around to lots of different places. He'd order the expensive foods to try them, and he'd let me have some. He taught me all about food. And when he was training as a chef, he'd make lots of different amazing meals for my mom and me. So, I've been eating food like this since I was about 8 years old. But it's been a while since I've eaten this much of it. I need to come into the city more often. Oh my god. I just showed everyone the pictures from the homepage. Now everyone's saying they'd rather have gone there. You've got to do something. And after it took me this much work to get a reservation at this place. Why would you show everyone the pictures? Wait, I just thought of something. Let's do this. It's not fair that you're the only one in our family eating food like that, is it? Not fair? Hey, Natalie. How about you take us to your uncle's restaurant next time? Ask him to squeeze in a reservation for us all, okay? His treat, of course. All right? Huh? What are you talking about? It's no big deal. We're all family. We should eat together sometime. I can't believe you're even suggesting that. That's more than crossing the line. That's just insane. Asking him to get reservations for your family is one thing, but asking him to treat you? You're out of your mind. I don't understand your train of thought. Why would you even think that what you just asked was okay? Especially after what you did to me today. And I know you did it deliberately, so don't even try to tell me it was my mistake. Is that what you think I'm here for? For you to make fun of and kick around for your own pleasure? And then to try to use me in an attempt to get thousands of dollars of free food from my uncle. And before you even try to deny it, if you didn't want to eat with me today, why did you invite me? Wait, don't even answer that. I know exactly why. You did it just to have everyone laugh at me and to make yourself feel better than someone else. As soon as I think you might be changing and you might start being nice to me, you go and do something like this. You love to see my reaction when you disappoint me, don't you? You do it just to kill time, don't you? Don't you? What? Oh, is this your way of saying you want me to apologize for today? I'm sorry. There, I apologized. Are you happy? We can put this all behind us now. It's all water under the bridge. Okay? Water under the bridge, huh? That should be up to the victim to decide, not you. What's your problem? What the heck do you want me to do then? There's no getting through to you, is there? You make fun of me just because we don't have a lot of money. But at least I have some common sense, and I don't turn up my nose at others. There's not a trace of human decency in you. What did you say to me? How dare you talk to me like that? I'm your mother-in-law. What's your point? Oh, hold on. My uncle has something he wants to say to you. He said people like you aren't welcome at his restaurant, so don't bother coming. After that, Lynn tried calling me a few times to yell at me. So my uncle answered my cell phone for me, and he told her exactly what he thought of her. She never tried calling me again after that. Although, from what I heard later, Lynn was still in the French restaurant when she called me and my uncle answered. My uncle was smart enough to step outside when the argument started getting heated, but Lynn apparently wasn't that smart. She caused quite a big scene at the French restaurant as all her other family members tried to get her to stop yelling. Not only was her entire party kicked out of the restaurant, they were also banned from ever coming back. Up until now, I had never told my husband about how his mother was treating me. But this time, I figured it was best if he knew what had happened. I called him to tell him the story, and even sent him a copy of the chat history with his mom. He couldn't believe what he read, and he immediately called his mom from overseas. I guess it was a 3-hour phone call, and he was yelling at his mom for most of it, trying to get an explanation of why she had done all the things she had done to me. In the end, he told her never to speak to either of us again. I didn't know if he was really serious when he told me he was never speaking to his mom again. But when his project was finished and he came back from overseas, he put our house up for sale. He said he wanted us to move even further away from her, and to make sure she didn't have our address either. My husband and I still go to my uncle's restaurant from time to time because he gives us family discounts.